Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Real Men Real Style, and today I'm going to be talking about why a t-shirt doesn't flatter most male body types. Okay, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing that, the videos will come right to you. In addition, if you like this video, you find it useful, I would appreciate it if you would click on the like button right down there. And finally, if you want to learn more about what I'm talking about, go ahead and go to the article which we link to right over here. I always link you to useful articles which will teach you more about men's style. Okay, t-shirts do not flatter most men's body types. So let me just throw that out there. And, that's hard for a lot of guys to accept because we love t-shirts. We grow up wearing t-shirts. We wear them into our 20s. We wear them throughout college, high school. And we want to continue to wear t-shirts because that's what we've always known. But unfortunately, a t-shirt does not complement a man's build, unlike a jacket. And I'll get into it. And you've seen tons of videos of me. If you haven't, there's lots of them out there. But I'm wearing a sports jacket 99% of the time. Now, I'm wearing a t-shirt today, and this is a great t-shirt. This is actually one made by a good friend of mine, Sharky Liu, over at the company Juiced Streetwear, and I linked to them over here at Real Men Real Style. But I'm fortunate because I probably am in the classification of men who can wear t-shirts and look pretty good because I take care of my body, I exercise, I eat well. So those things right there, and a t-shirt just shows off a masculine build. I don't have huge biceps or triceps. That's probably my one weakness. I'm a bit thin when it comes to overall build. But, I don't have a huge stomach. And so a t-shirt looks pretty good on me. If I'm going to go out and it's hot, I can pull this off. But for most men who have weight in the midsection or are going to be having weight in the midsection, or let's say are short or are really tall and lanky, a t-shirt is not something which is going to look great on you. And the reasons is it's going to draw focus, one, to your arms. And if you've got really thin arms or really not great looking arms, where were your eyes being focused at? Where the contrast is between the dark shirt and my arms here. In addition, it doesn't have any structure around the neck. So that's another thing right there. It just doesn't really build up, and it doesn't have a great look to those areas of the body where you're instantly drawn. The other one is if you have a bit of a stomach, a t-shirt does not hide it. In fact, it accentuates. So if you've got a bit of a stomach bulge, it's going to show that off, and it just doesn't look great. Another thing is it violates the rules of thirds. So oftentimes you're wearing a pair of trousers or pants or jeans which have a contrast with the t-shirt. And it doesn't cut you. So the rule of thirds states that you want something to be either 2/3 and 1/3. And that's how, so when you wear a jacket, it actually goes down past your buttocks. A shirt, usually when you're wearing it untucked, it just goes barely past the buckle, maybe an inch or two below that. And that basically cuts you in half, especially if there's a strong contrast there, and it just doesn't look as appealing or as aesthetically appealing as a jacket, or just trust me, and I'm going to show you here in a second. And finally, a t-shirt does not build up the shoulders at all. So in addition to making the stomach area maybe look a little bit bigger, it makes, it doesn't do anything for building up you over here on the shoulder area. Now let me throw on a jacket and show you the difference. So here is a sports jacket that I had made. And I could probably wear this into a club. Probably look pretty good. I don't know about the pocket square there. I made almost too much. Probably wear a white one or maybe even a black one. But you can see immediately my shoulders are built out. My shoulders are built out. I don't know, it's maybe 3/4 of an inch, half an inch on each side, even though I've got a pretty soft shoulder here. And so totally, it's a very small amount. You can't see down here, but it does bring in my midsection a bit. And by doing that, by bringing in my midsection, what happens is that your top area is built up. We create more of the masculine V. And by creating that masculine V, it just makes you look more masculine, more manly. And that's always a great thing because people want to be around healthy males. We don't want to be around sickly individuals. And being overweight and having it exaggerated by a t-shirt makes you look less healthy, and you don't want that. So, again, we're talking, think of it like Christmas time. You get excited when you were a kid when you saw those presents under the tree and they're wrapped really nice. Now imagine those same presents you'd probably still be excited as a kid, but it would be less exciting if they were just wrapped and they looked like crap. And really that's what a t-shirt when worn by itself, in my opinion, unless you've got the body of Adonis or you've got a good build, which for 70 to 85% of us, we're not in that category. It just isn't going to be the best thing you can wear. And I'm all about men dressing their best so that they can get the opportunities that they know they deserve. So when you're thinking about what you're going to wear out there, give second thought to just wearing a t-shirt by itself. Consider I know not everyone's going to be wearing a jacket, so consider a long sleeve work shirt. If you're a blue collar, if you've got a job as a mechanic or you've got a job as a plumber, don't wear a t-shirt as your company shirt. You need to be looking at, okay, what can I be wearing that not only looks better on me, but also protects me as well. T-shirts don't do a great job protecting you. So look at a long sleeve shirt that, has a collar to it and makes you just look better and more proportional, does a better job giving you a more masculine look. Okay, this is Antonio Centeno with Real Men, Real Style. Hopefully I made a pretty strong case. If not, go read the article and I'll talk about it quite a bit more. Take care. Bye-bye.